The bizarre vanishing of Lauren Thompson, a mother's mystery in East Texas. On January 10, 2019, 32-year-old Lauren Elizabeth Colvin Thompson, a mother of three, vanished in the piney woods of East Texas. For more than 3 years her fate remained a mystery, until her skeletal remains were discovered in 2022. Yet even with that grim confirmation, the unanswered questions surrounding her disappearance continue to trouble both her family and investigators. That Thursday afternoon, Lauren phoned her mother, Tori Colvin, in what would be one of their final conversations. She wanted to talk to her children, but they weren't at home. Her voice carried an edge of distress. She apologized for past mistakes and asked her mother to tell her father that she loved him. As Tori tried to calm her, she heard a man's voice in the background. An argument was unfolding. Tori recalled the man telling Lauren she didn't need to be calling her children at that moment. Then came a chilling remark. Lauren told her mother that if she managed to get out of the situation she was in, she would never do drugs again. Alarmed, Tori urged her to call the police if she truly felt endangered. Instead, Lauren repeated that she loved her children and asked her mother to pass along the message. She hung up at 2 p.m. Less than 10 minutes later. Lauren dialed 911. The call lasted an extraordinary 21 minutes. She told the dispatcher she was being chased through the woods and that shots had been fired. During that call, Lauren also gave the names of the 3 people she had been with earlier in the day. Investigators later interrogated all 3, and at least one of them took a polygraph test. None were considered suspects, and their names were never released publicly. Just before 2:30 p.m., the operator heard Lauren speaking to someone near her. The call ended abruptly, and repeated attempts to reconnect failed. Deputies arrived in the area within 5 minutes. In the hours before her disappearance, Lauren had been with a man and 2 women. According to the man, the group had gone to the Rock Hill area to fish on the Sabine River. They traveled in 2 vehicles, Lauren and the man in her truck, while the 2 women followed in a separate car. At some point, tensions flared. Accounts differ on what was said, but a confrontation occurred, and the woman driving behind Lauren reportedly struck her truck, sending it into a ditch. The man later told investigators that he advised Lauren to stay with her vehicle while he walked home to get his own car and some chains so he could pull her truck out. It was then, according to his account, that Lauren fled from the roadside and ran into the woods. Deputies quickly found Lauren's abandoned truck lodged in the ditch along an oil and gas lease road off Farm to Market Road 1794. Not far away, they discovered a shoe later confirmed to be hers. By comparing the location of the shoe with the position of her truck, investigators traced what they believed to be her path through the forest. Tracking dogs were brought in but failed to find her scent. A heat-seeking drone was deployed but could not detect her presence. Despite a massive search that included state agencies, helicopters, and ground teams, Lauren had disappeared without a trace. By the time the investigation reached its 1-year mark, it was beginning to stall. Detectives admitted that they had no clear idea what had happened to Lauren, despite following dozens of leads that all ended in dead ends. Sheriff Kevin Lake noted that there were no official suspects because there was no hard evidence that foul play had occurred, but he also confessed that it was difficult to understand how Lauren could have simply vanished. He considered the 3 people who were last seen with her to be persons of interest, but without evidence linking them to a crime, the investigation had reached a standstill. It wasn't until July 2022 that a work crew discovered skeletal remains in a wooded stretch of Panola County. On December 13, 2022, forensic analysis confirmed that the remains belonged to Lauren. The case shifted from a missing person search to a death investigation. In January 2023, investigators returned to the site and collected additional items for forensic testing, though no public disclosures have been made about what was found. Even with her remains recovered, the truth about what happened to Lauren Thompson remains elusive. The cause of death has not been disclosed, and authorities have not confirmed whether they believe foul play was involved. Her frantic calls, apologizing to her family, declaring her love for her children, and telling a dispatcher she was being chased and shot at, still raise more questions than answers. As of September 2025, no arrests have been made, and no new findings have been released. For her family and community, the silence of the East Texas woods continues to echo with a mystery that refuses to let go.